Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live. Welcome. I'm so happy to see some familiar faces as well as some new ones. I would love to say hi to anyone who is joining here for the first time. I would love to welcome you in this space. So, where are you guys joining us from? Hello, Caitlin. Caitlin says greetings. I am happy to have you. Welcome back, Amber. Thank you so much for tuning in here again. Amber says Grand Rising, lovely, Fox, Thunder Bay. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Deirdre. It's so nice to have you here. Deirdre says greeting from Ohio, USA. Great to be here. I'm happy to have you here. Hello, Srinidhi. Hi, hi, welcome. Caitlin is joining us from Hudson Valley, New York. Beautiful people from all around the world. I am always so grateful for the space to be able to connect with you all. So thank you for tuning in. And I would also like to know, like, is anyone joining us for the first time here? So is anyone tuning into this live for the first time? Okay, it seems like everyone have been here before at some point, and I'm so glad that you guys chose to, come back in here and tune into the wisdom. I am always so grateful for your presence. Okay. Hello, Angela. Hello, welcome. I'm so happy that, this was going on your screen and you decided to tune in. And I do believe that you were meant to be here for some reason. You were meant to receive the message that is going to come through, or maybe for the meditation, whatever is going to go in this live. So, yeah, I really hope that you receive that wisdom, guidance, or whatever else that you needed today from this session. That is my intention for you. Okay, guys. Since Angela is new here, I would just briefly explain what we do in these lives. So what we do is that we usually begin these lives with a meditation to settle ourselves, to open ourselves, to raise our vibrations so that we are tuned into that higher frequency. We are able to receive that higher wisdom that is meant to come to us, that will help us in dealing with whatever is happening in your life. So once we go through the meditation and yeah, and tune into that level, tune into that frequency, then we spin the wheel. So we have a wheel of wisdom. On that wheel of wisdom, we have some randomly chosen books out of the many books that I've read in the past 8 years in my own journey of transformation. And what we do is that thank you so much, Amber, for the donation. That is so very sweet of you. I'm speechless. We are just starting this, and thank you so much for bringing this energy of abundance. I'm grateful. Yeah, so I was explaining the wheel. So what we do is that we spin the wheel, and that wheel chooses a book for us, to read something from, to receive that wisdom from. And then what we do is that I open my notes from that book. So as I was reading some of these books, I actually noted down the insights or the powerful or transformative practices from these books. So what I do is that I open those notes, I close my eyes, I set an intention for all of us, and then I tune into my intuition, and with my eyes closed, I scroll through the pages until I feel like this is a section I need to stop. This is something that you all need to hear. This will benefit all of us present here. So yeah, we do the reading and then we discuss about it. Things just flows from there. So yeah, that's the format. I hope that that resonates with you, Angela, and welcome again. Amber is saying hi. I love when you guys interact with each other and welcome each other and, spread love and share just good vibes with each other. It is so loving. It is so amazing. Angela says that sounds cool. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so let's start with the meditation. Let's are you guys ready for the meditation? Type ready if you are ready in the comment box. And then we will begin the meditation. Caitlin says ready, ready. Deirdre is ready, Srinidhi is ready, Amber is ready. Okay, wonderful. So begin by coming into a comfortable position. You can either sit, stand, or lie down, whatever your body needs right now. As you begin to settle into this posture, allow your eyes to either close or you can just lower your gaze, looking downwards on the floor in front of you. We are doing this to limit the visual distractions so that we can turn our attention inward. So, as your attention is turned inward, becoming aware of the point of contact with the floor. So, if you are sitting, becoming aware of your hips and your legs in contact with the surface beneath you. Feeling supported by Mother Earth. If any external sound distracts you, then that's okay. You can bring your awareness back to the surface beneath you. Now, allow your awareness to rest on your breath, noticing the air flowing into your body and out of the body. Using the breath as an anchor to come into the present moment. Soon we are going to begin our journey through the 9 aspects of feminine energy. It's perfectly alright if you are a male. We all have feminine energy within us, and we also have the masculine energy within us, no matter our gender. So, we are going to tune into the 9 divine aspects of feminine energy within us, the 9 different forms of the divine feminine. And with each breath, we are going to breathe in that essence. We are going to take in that quality. We are going to connect with that aspect. And with the out breath, we are going to let go of whatever it is that keeps us from embodying these qualities fully. So let's begin our journey. As you take the next breath in, inhaling strength, and as you breathe out, in exhaling instability. So breathe in strength and rootedness, and breathing out instability and restlessness. Becoming stable and grounded with each in breath, and letting go of any restlessness with each out breath. As you breathe in this manner, feeling yourself anchored like a mountain that is unshakable. So, visualizing yourself as a mountain, your legs are grounding you, and your head is held high. Breathing in stability and breathing out any restlessness. Now take a deep breath in, and with the out breath, letting go of that aspect. letting go of those qualities for now. Now we will move on to the second quality, to the second form of feminine energy. So, with the in breath, breathing in focus and commitment, and with the out breath, letting go of any distraction or the sense of aimlessness. So, breathing in focus and discipline, and breathing out distraction and aimlessness. As you breathe in this manner, imagine an inner flame, a flame that is steady, unwavering, and pure. Feeling that steady and pure inner flame within you. As you continue to breathe in, focus, and breathe out any sort of aimlessness in your life. And now, taking a deep breath in to fully take in these qualities. And as you exhale, letting go of the connection to these qualities just for now. As we move in to the third aspect of the divine energy within us, so now on your next inhale, breathing in courage and calm, and on your next exhale, breathing out any fear and self doubt. Inhaling the courage and exhaling any fear or doubt. As you continue to breathe in this manner, allowing yourself to connect with your heart that is both pure and peaceful, allowing yourself to embody courage with each inhale as you feel your chest fill up with that air, with that courage, and letting go of any fear with the exhale. Wonderful. Now, taking a deep breath in, fully embodying these qualities, and as you exhale, letting go of your connection to them just for now. As we move on to the next aspect of the divine feminine energy within all of us. So, on your next inhale, breathing in creative life force and joy. And as you exhale, letting go of any dullness and limitations. So, with the in breath, bringing in more creativity and radiance into your being, and with the out breath, letting go of any dullness. As you continue to breathe in this manner, filling yourself with more joy and creativity, allow yourself to feel the warmth of your inner sun, the inner sun expanding outward with each breath. Beautiful. And now take a deep breath in to fully soak in this joy and life force. And with the out breath, let go of your connection to these just for now, knowing that they are always within you and you can access them at any time. Now, moving on to the fifth quality or the fifth form of divine feminine energy. So, as you inhale, breathe in the motherly compassion and the divine protection both at the same time. And as you breathe out, letting go of any form of helplessness or resentment within you. With the inhale, breathing in nurturing strength, and with the exhale, letting go of any helplessness. As you continue to breathe in this manner, let yourself be held. So, feeling yourself being held in this compassion and protection. And also be the one who holds. So know that you are capable of providing yourself with this compassion and protection. You are doing great. Now take a deep breath in again, fully feeling that compassion and protection. And as you exhale, letting go of your connection to this aspect of the energy so that you can be open to receive the next form of the divine. So, on your next inhale, breathing in fearless action, and on your next exhale, letting go of any powerlessness or hesitations. You are capable of taking bold actions for justice. So, inhaling that clarity of what is right and wrong, and the fearlessness to take actions, and letting go of any sense of powerlessness. As you continue to breathe in this manner, feeling yourself standing in your truth, ready to rise and take action. you can make the change. Now, taking a deep breath in to embody this quality fully, and as you exhale, letting go of your connection to it just for now, so that we can move to the seventh form of the divine feminine energy. So, on your next inhale, breathe in the willingness to face and transform the shadows. And on your next exhale, letting go of any denial and suppression. As you continue to breathe in this manner, by inhaling the willingness to face and transform the shadows within you, and breathing out any ignorance, feel the darkness within you becoming the sacred ground for growth. Feeling yourself getting transformed through the darkness. Now take a deep breath in, filling yourself with a sense of transformation. And as you exhale, letting go of your connection to this aspect of yourself, so that we can move to the eighth quality or the eighth form of the divine feminine. We have just two more to go. So, on your next inhale, breathing in purity, light, and peace. And on your next exhale, breathing out any harshness or inner criticism. So, as you inhale, letting the forgiveness and the resulting peace to enter your body. And as you exhale, letting go of any judgments. As you continue to breathe in this manner, let yourself soften. Let yourself be renewed. Wonderful. Now take a deep breath in again, fully embodying the peace. And as you exhale, letting go of the connection to this aspect of yourself just for now. And finally, tuning in to the ninth quality of the divine. So, as you inhale, breathe in completeness and wholeness. And as you exhale, let go of any separation. So, breathing in that divine wisdom and potential that comes from feeling and experiencing yourself as whole, as complete, and breathing out this false sense of separate self. You are already complete. Everything you need is within you. You did great. Thank you for going on this journey through all the nine aspects of the divine feminine energy with me. As we reach the end of this meditation, become aware of how you feel in your body, feeling the presence of all these qualities alive and stirring within you. Taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up to the sacred remembering, this remembering of your nature, of your true nature. All of these qualities are within you, and you can access them at any time. So, with this knowing, allow yourself to come back by wiggling your toes and your fingers, connecting back fully with your body. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes, connecting with the environment around you. Taking a moment to move your body in any way that you feel like, or even hydrate yourself, whatever you need. So I know this was a pretty long meditation compared to like the ones that we usually have. But this meditation was kind of based on a theme. So, why I felt called to do this meditation today, particularly, was because I received a message from one of you and, wishing me happy Navratri, which is one of the festivals that, is celebrated in India by Hindus. So, which is basically just to give you a glimpse of, like, just to give you a brief idea of it. It basically celebrates the nine forms of Durga or of the divine feminine. And the divine feminine, the feminine energy is not only tender, but it is also fierce. So it has both of these qualities and a lot of many other qualities. So, so that message, that one of you sent, included all like, she was telling me about all these different names. Like she was, so um kind of impressed by all the different divine forms of the feminine. And I felt like I would like to, maybe some of you might be interested in that. So I would like to bring those aspects into the meditation. And yeah, and the feminine is, of course, is within all of us, not only just women, but in all the genders. So, yeah, so I thought that why not bring in those qualities, even if you are not into it, if you even if you are not religious. I'm not very religious person myself. But yeah, I do like, connect with that. I do connect with all those different forms. So I thought, yeah, let's let's bring that into today's meditation. So that was the story behind this meditation. Let's see. Let's read the comments. Beautiful comments. Angela says, so wonderful, just what I needed. I'm so happy to hear that, Angela. Thank you so much for sharing it. I always feel so happy when, people just got what they needed in this moment. That is always so wonderful. So thank you for that. Um, okay, let's see. And by the way, before continuing the comments, I would like to welcome anyone who joined in during the meditation. I'm so happy that, you chose to tune into this particular live that was on your screen. And I do believe that you were meant to be here and receive some message or receive something else through this live. So we have just done one part of this live. A lot more is left. So yeah, stay tuned while I read the comments and then we will like also move on to some fun part and yeah, tap into the wisdom. Oh, Stacy, thank you so much for the donation. I'm so grateful to receive it, really. I am happy that the meditation touched you in some manner, or maybe the space or this energy touched you in some manner. And I'm deeply grateful to receive this support from you. And I'm so happy to see you here again. I really wish that this abundance and this love multiplies and, just blossoms into every area of your life, Stacy. Thank you. Okay, let's continue the comments. Deirdre says, thank you so much, Anisha. Beautiful, happy, special festival today. Thank you so much, Deirdre, for the wish. Yeah. Um, by the way, there is also one interesting aspect of this like festival. So it goes like 9 days long, celebrating all the nine different forms of the feminine. And on the 10th day, for some people, so on the 10th day, what we do is that we invite all the, little girls, like the representation of the pure, pure feminine, and we invite like we basically need to have like the nine little girls, and yeah, we just prepare some, some festive food for them, and yeah, we just offer that to them, and we touch their feet to have their blessings and everything. So yeah, it is also this one part of this festival, and I love that, just being able to do that. So some people like invite them in their homes, some people go to like temples or places such that, and offer that um food to the ones that needs the most. So yeah, that is also one part of this festival that I actually like love. Thank you so much, Deirdre, for the donation. I'm feeling so blessed to receive, your love. I I'm speechless to receive all of this love from you guys. You're so amazing, and I really wish that, all of this love and abundance that you're sending my way just flourishes in your life, just doubles up and yeah, flourishes in your life. So thank you, Deirdre. Really. Okay, let's read a few comments and then we will go to the fun part. Stacy says, thank you, Anisha. This was amazing. The timing was so perfect and needed. The biggest compliment for me, when you guys get what you need, when you guys receive that. So thank you. Thank you for that, for sharing that. These just fills my heart. Amber says, feel nourished, steady, present, and grateful. Thank you, Amber, for sharing the experience of the meditation with all of us. I'm glad that, I see some of those beautiful qualities reflected in your experience. Thank you. Stacey says, so grateful for you. So am I for you. And Amber says, cleanse, rejuvenation received. Wonderful. Yeah, just embodying all of those wonderful qualities within us. Just not, because we have all of it, just, getting in touch with that is always amazing. Okay. Just when I say that, I see the number 88, it always like reminds me of that infinity symbol. And I hope that, these qualities just we just get in touch, we just keep in touch with those qualities, these that infinite self of ours, which is filled with this, whose very essence are these amazing qualities. Okay, guys, now let's move on to the fun part. Hmm. So this is our wheel of wisdom, our little wheel of wisdom, and it has the name of the amazing, wonderful, full of wisdom books. So we're going to spin this wheel and see, what wants to come through today. So the title of this book reminds me of the last quality, like, how we think of ourselves as the separate self, and then we create an identity around it. What some people call ego, ego not in the sense of like pride or something, but ego in the sense of false sense of self that we create with all of the beliefs that we have about who we are. So yeah, this book is about, the title of this book is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. So let's see what this book has to offer us. The book is written by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And yeah, this is mostly focused on like the subconscious and the limiting beliefs and all of that. So let's see, what wisdom wants to come through from this beautiful book. These are kind of my notes from this book. And now I'm going to just close my eyes, tune into my intuition, and choose a paragraph for all of us. May you all receive what you are here for. May the message bring some ease into your life. Okay, let's see. Hmm. I will drink some water, just a second, and then I will read the message. Okay. The author says every time you think a guilty thought, you have signaled your body to produce the specific chemicals that make up the feeling of guilt. You have done this so often that your cells are swimming in a sea of guilt chemicals. The receptor sites on your cells adapt so that they can better take in and process this particular chemical expression, that of guilt. The enormous amount of guilt bathing the cells begin to feel normal to them, and eventually what the body perceives as normal starts to be interpreted as pleasurable. It's like living for years near an airport. You get used to the noise that you no longer hear it consciously, unless one jet flies lower than usual and the roar of its engines is so much louder that it gets your attention. The same thing happens to your cells. As a result, they literally become desensitized to the chemical feeling of guilt. They will require a stronger, more powerful emotion from you, a higher threshold of stimuli to turn on the next time. And when that stronger hit of guilt chemicals gets the body's attention, your cells perk up at that stimulation, much like that first cup of Java feels feels to a coffee drinker. And when each cell divides at the end of its life and makes a daughter cell, the receptor sites on the outside of the new cell will require a higher threshold of guilt to turn them on. Now, the body demands a stronger emotional rush of feeling bad in order to feel alive. You become addicted to guilt by your own doing. When anything goes wrong or is awry in your life, you automatically assume that you are the guilty party. But that seems normal to you now. You don't even have to think about feeling guilty. You just are that way. After you reflect on your history of constantly pleading guilty, you say to yourself, today I'm going to stop blaming myself and making excuses for other people's bad behavior. I am going to change because of your decision. You are no longer going to think the same thoughts that produce the same feeling, and vice versa. And if you falter, you have made a deal with yourself that you're going to stop and remember your intention. 2 hours go by and you feel really good about yourself. You think, wow, this is actually working. Unfortunately, your body cells aren't feeling so good. Over the years, you have trained them to demand more molecules of emotion, that is guilt in this case, in order to fulfill their chemical needs. You had trained your body to live as a memorized chemical continuity, but now you are interrupting that, denying it its chemical needs, and going contrary to its subconscious programs. The body becomes addicted to guilt or any emotion in the same way that it would get addicted to drugs. Trying to change your emotional patterns is like going through drug withdrawal. Hmm. This kind of explains, why it is so hard to let go of those unhelpful patterns of ours. And it helps us understand at a biochemical, um aspect. So as I was reading this, that line keep on coming to me, that your mind, or more of your subconscious mind, is always going to choose familiar hell over unfamiliar heaven, because it is because familiar to it is safe, is normal, and no matter, how much healthy the new path or the new way of being might be, familiar always feel like, yeah, this is safe, because I know it. I know all the ways I can mess up. I know all the patterns that can go wrong. I know this area. I know this um way of being and all the consequences and everything. But there is this fear of uncertainty attached to a new pattern, and that's why it becomes so hard to, let go of our old patterns, and they keep coming back, because our mind has in a way become wired to prefer them over anything new, even if it is healthy for us, even if that is useful for us, even if logically, it makes sense. And that's why, it is so hard to cultivate a new habit, to cultivate something new and healthy, because we are in a way trying to fight our subconscious mind in that manner. um so that is what that came up for me as I read those paragraphs. And by the way, I think I see Leslie here. Leslie, are you here? I see your, head floating around, like not your head floating around, but your picture floating around. um Leslie says, okay, walking in the park. Yeah, I especially like mentioned you today because we did a meditation inspired by your message today that you sent me regarding the Navratri. I think you were not there at that time. I was looking for you, but you are here now. So maybe maybe if you are interested, you can go back like to the recording, and yeah, you can check that meditation out. So you inspired today's meditation, and thank you for that. Okay, Leslie says just jumped in. Yeah, maybe, you jumped in on at the best time you were meant to receive this particular message. Leslie says, will do. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, guys, this is getting recorded. So, this live and every live I have done before, so like 38 of them before, are all of them have been recorded. The videos have been recorded. So, if you would like to go back to the meditation or maybe check out the other lives, then you can, access the replays of this by going to my profile. In the About section, you will see a link tree there. So, go to the link tree, you will see Wheel of Wisdom replay, and you can click on that. There's a whole playlist of all the 39, including today's 39 live sessions of Wheel of Wisdom. And what I have done is that I've numbered them because so when I'm not here, I'm not going live, and you would like to, like, just tap into the wisdom and receive something from the universe, then you can just open that playlist, choose a number between 1 to 39, and whatever number comes up, you can play that particular live, knowing that that message is coming to you, that message that you were meant to hear. So, yeah, you can do that. Leslie says, feeling really honored. I'm happy that you felt that way. Um, uh, and by the way, I also want to mention one thing before we do another reading. So, to all the women present here, I have a gift for you. So I am like currently offering a complimentary 1 hour session. So a free 1 hour coaching session with me. So if you would like to have a powerful conversation regarding whatever is going on in your life, and you would like to receive some coaching on that, then I am here. You can, message me if you would like to grab onto this gift. And yeah, and I can assure you of one thing, that when you will leave that session, I promise you that you're going to leave with at least one powerful insight from that session. Because every single woman I have worked with has left that session with a perspective shift, with some or other form of shift that has helped her move forward or gain clarity, or whatever she needed in that moment. So yeah, so that's why I can assure you of that if you do decide to, experience that coaching session with me, then you're going to have some or other form of insight from that session. So if you are interested in that, then you can message me on Insight Timer. So I will like show you how you can do that just in case. So what you can do is that you can open Insight Timer and go to my profile, which is Anisha Maheshwari, and you can, like, so you need to follow me in order to message me. You need to follow like any teacher if you want to message me. So once you follow me, see above it, three dot appears, right? Sorry. Yeah, above it, three dot appears. Click on three dots, go to message teacher, and here you can like message me, Anisha, I'm interested, or I would like to have that complimentary session. So this offer is open to any women who is present here. And if you are not a woman, but you know of a woman in your life who would benefit from this, then you can send her my way, and she can message me that, she would like to have a session with me. Leslie says, I said go for it. Recommended. Thank you so much, Leslie. I so appreciate it. I am glad that you received something of value from our session, and you want others to receive the same. Thank you. Okay, guys. So, um, just a second. I'm just checking something. I'm just checking, is there any like sort of exercise for this, after this paragraph? Just in case, anything that the author recommends, because you might be like, okay, I get the problem. Now what is the solution? So yeah, I'm just checking if the author has mentioned that. Otherwise, I will mention my version of that. Stacy says, highly recommend. I did this and it was truly transformative. Thank you so much, Stacy. I'm so touched that, that some form of transformation came through, our time together. And I'm grateful that you're recommending that to other women out there. Thank you so much. I love the butterflies. Yeah, transformation always go so wonderfully with the butterflies, they are symbol of that. Leslie says a ditto. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting me in this manner and for encouraging others to just step into their highest potential to take on, to grab onto this chance. I'm glad. Yeah, Amber has like the whole cycle in the emoji section. Thank you, Amber. Hmm. Okay, just a second. Let me see if they have recommended a practice. Okay, I think I cannot find that. Um, but let me tell you my version of it, like how to now, like now that you're addicted to that, familiar health, now that you're more likely to do it, what to do. So, what I believe is that when we are like trying to include a new habit into our own life, um, we usually like focus on the goal, um, like if we are trying to eat healthy or like exercising or some stuff like that. And yeah, so we usually focus on the goal, like I want to lose this much weight, or for example, I want to lose this much weight. So we are like either focused on the goal or the habit itself. But we know that, we have been programmed to maybe eat unhealthy or to be lazy, and we have form a identity around it. And, like I am a lazy person because our subconscious mind store our some beliefs about ourselves, it has so when I say Anisha, Anisha has certain qualities associated with her. Like Anisha is this, and she is not this. So I have like a sense of self, formed inside my subconscious. So when I try to do something that is opposite to that, that is opposite to it, there is a contradiction inside. Like, how can I be consistent and go to gym every day when I am a lazy person? So that action do not align with my identity. And, that then it becomes difficult to be able to do that action because every time I am fighting against the very sense of my being, who I am is not in alignment with the action I'm trying to take. So to the subconscious, the familiar thing is that I am a lazy person. That is the familiar thing for it. So it is going to resist any action that do not support it, any form of evidence that is not going to support it. So the aim, you know, should be shifted. It really helps to, instead of trying to just focus on losing that pound or losing that certain amount of weight, if that is the goal, to working on your identity, like shifting that, like who do I want to become as a person. So if I want to like lose weight, then think like what kind of person would be more likely to do so, what kind of a person would be able to reach to that outcome. So maybe it might be a consistent person. So if that turns out to be the answer, for example, then you need to think about like, so every time now you get a goal in terms of, so now your focus has shifted from losing those pounds to becoming a consistent person. Because of course, if you become a consistent person, you'll automatically do those things and lose those weight and everything. So the outcome will come, but we need to focus on what or who we want to become. So now we are trying to have these two sides, the lazy one, and now we are trying to cultivate a new side of ourselves. We're trying to shift that in a way. So the way our identity was formed is that it we gathered evidence around the time, like, I usually don't wake up early, and I like to sit around in front of the TV for a long time. So I have all these evidences that supported my identity, my previous identity of I'm lazy. Now, if we want to shift our identity, we need to take very little steps, in terms of asking ourselves that. So if we have a choice, we can ask ourselves that, do I want to be a lazy person, or do I want to be a consistent person, or what would a consistent person do? So if I wake up in the morning and I don't feel like, getting out of my bed, then we can ask ourselves that, what would a consistent person do in this moment? It might sound like a simple question, but it has been very effective when I try to apply that in my life. When I ask myself, do I want to be this person? Do I want to be a lazy person? Because usually we do the habits automatically. We are not aware of the background belief operating. So when we bring to our attention, and when we consciously choose that, what kind of a person do I want to be? Because that is a deeply motivating thing compared to like losing that pound or outcome. Of course, that is motivating, but when you really ask that, do I want to be a consistent person, or do I want to be a kind person, whatever is the quality that you want to embody, that you want to bring into your being. So when you ask that, do I want to be this person, then you you get a clear answer. There would be some kind of shift. I don't know how to explain that, but it you might notice something when you will apply it, that when you ask yourself that, do I want to be that kind of person, or what would that kind of person do in this situation, you will have that clarity, and then you can slowly start to build that new identity. Don't go to the major thing. You will feel resistance, but do the smallest thing possible. So what can be one small step that I can take today to move towards, to become that consistent person? So maybe that small step can be just keeping a log. So just, open your document or something, or just tear out a page and type, my 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 exercise log, something. That's it, just that step, just taking very very tiny steps that don't bring up a lot of resistance, because there is that other identity, and when you will try to take a big step, it will pull you back. It would be like, oh, you're moving away from that familiar thing. So taking tiny steps, having a bigger motivation, who do I want to be, and letting it inform your decisions, your behaviors, and in each moment, taking very tiny steps towards it. That's how you can, slowly modify your inner environment. So that is what came up for me, when that paragraph came, and when, we are trying to change something, when we are trying to become a new version of ourselves, because this version is also created. You weren't born this way, you know you have, firstly, you are not limited to one thing. You have all these different aspects of yourself. So you were conditioned in some way, either intentionally or unintentionally. So you have created a sense of self, and that can be changed. But don't go for a change, don't go for a bigger change, go for slow, tiny, tiny changes. And then you would be able to, slowly transform that. Amber says rest is often productive too. Exactly, yeah. So, yeah. So, our beliefs are not just about ourselves, but also we have certain rules and assumptions about different things. So, maybe you learned that, rest is for lazy people, right? And now you realize that, and that was, and these beliefs were formed because they served you at that point. They were functional at that point whenever you learned them, but you need to check in that whether those beliefs are serving me right now or not. And if they are not, then we can change them. We can change into something that would serve us now, that would, be functional, that would help us function effectively now. So yeah, so now we can have a new belief that rest is productive, is often productive too. And rest is productive, I always like think of it like this, like um so if I'm going to use my phone continuously, it is going to heat up, it is going to hang, right? So our body is also like a machine, even our mind is like a machine. And if we keep on continuously using them without giving them the rest, without, letting it just giving it time to cool off, then it is not going to function effectively. So we have all these reminders in front of us and we forget that, and somehow we learn that rest is for lazy people, rest is like being making excuses or something of that sort. Deirdre says thank you for your wisdom, Anisha. I'm glad that you resonated with this. Thank you for sharing that. Stacy says one small step each day, creating a new pathway in your brain, in your subconscious. Be kind to yourself as you say these new concepts. Exactly. Thank you so much, Stacy, for, bringing in your own piece of wisdom in your own way. And yeah, as Stacy says, one small step at a time. Um, the tortoise always wins the race compared to the rabbit, right? So just taking slow, tiny steps towards that, and the change will come. And it's not like a upward graph, always remember that. We are going to lack certain times. So we don't have to aim for 100% consistency, that even if I choose a small step, then I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to do that thing on all the 7 days of the week. Give yourself a little wiggle room, just choose 5 days of a week. So just aim for 80% of that, not 100%. So that is also one thing. And because if and you are likely to fail because you are operating against your inner environment. So it will try to pull you back at certain times. And when you fail, you feel discouraged. That becomes an evidence of that previous identity, that maybe I'm a lazy person. That's why I'm not even able to do this. So we need to be very mindful, and we need to be very kind to ourselves, and yeah, and just take things very, very slowly. Leslie says, Leslie says IT quote is no mud, no lotus. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for highlighting that. Ah. Even though you were not there, Leslie, in the meditation, but yeah, it resonates with that aspect, that we brought in the meditation of transforming through the darkness, growth through the shadows. So, yeah, it is magical how you ended up quoting that, you know, beautiful saying, and how it resonates with the practice today. So, guys, let's do one more reading for today. So would you like me to read another paragraph from the same book, or would you like me to spin again? Like spin again and choose a different book. So you can vote in the comments, like spin again or same book. Deirdre says spin again. Okay, yeah, it is so fun, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, since Deirdre, you say please, and everyone is also, saying spin. So let's spin. Stacy is celebrating. I just went with the flow, and I spoke and spoke, and now my throat is paining a little bit. Okay. Like when I speak so passionately about something, then I'm like I put all my energy in, and then my throat starts to like pain a little bit. Okay. Oh. So let's spin. Wow. Who mentioned rest here? Amber. I guess this is the message for you. Based on what you mentioned. So the title, hmm, and also based on what I mentioned about my throat. So the title of this book is How to Rest by Thich Nhat Hanh. Let's see what this beautiful book has to say to all of us. I always am so much, I don't know, grateful for Thich Nhat Hanh's, work, book, teaching, and everything because he brought, in a way, mindfulness into my life, and that has changed my life in a way that has saved me. So I'm ever so grateful and always so happy to see, his work coming up. I have included a lot of, his books in this. So Deirdre says amazing. So this is kind of the cover of his book. So, he has these books, like, these magazine kind of books, like little books. I love them. So these are always like how to love, how to fight, how to relax, how to sit, how to walk. And they are like, mm, they have like, they are literally like magazines. They have pictures, not pictures, but sketches and everything. So they are like so cute. I love that. Um, Deirdre is so sweet, right? And yeah, the picture is also so cute. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, Amber says live hammocks. Yeah, love hammocks. Okay, yeah. I was thinking words live. Hmm. I was thinking I have never like sat or lie down on one. Okay, okay. Coming back. So Amber, okay, let's do that. Amber, why don't you choose a number between 8 and 100? Since you mentioned about rest, so I want you to choose a number between 8 and 100. Okay, 37. Okay. So, yeah, I just wanted to tune into someone else's intuition right now, and Amber seemed to be on point. So, let's do that. So, let's see what is the wisdom for us that is waiting on page number 37. Okay. So the subtitle of this is Relaxing in Nature. The author says, when you walk in the hills, in a park, or along a river bank, you can follow your breathing. When you feel tired or irritated, you can lie down in your arms at your side. Sorry, with your arms at your sides, allowing all your muscles to relax, maintaining awareness of just your breath and your smile. Relaxing in this way is wonderful and quite refreshing. You will benefit a lot if you practice this several times a day. Your mindful breath and your smile will bring happiness to you and to those around you. There is nothing you could buy your loved ones that could give them as much true happiness as your gift of awareness, breathing, and smiling. And these precious gifts cost nothing. So I guess, a little practice as we are reaching the end of this live. We got a little practice from the author to just connect with nature and to connect with our breath as we are in nature, just feeling that air flowing into our body and out of our body, feeling the fresh oxygen that those plants are delivering us, and releasing that carbon dioxide that they can take to function. So, yeah, a beautiful exchange between nature and us, and bringing a smile to our face, which also help us, like, it uplifts our mood when we just bring a simple smile to our face. So even when you are feeling sad, okay, so there is one practice. Okay, I don't have it, yeah. But okay, so there is one practice when you're feeling sad. You can just bring a little smile to your face. Just lift the corners of your mouth, and if you can, lifting this the eye, the corners of your eyes. Just imagine that you're smiling through your eyes and smiling through your face, and yeah, that just uplifts your mood. And if you can't smile, then there is this. I don't have a pencil or pen, but you can like insert a pen. You know, I don't know. I have this remote. Yeah, you can insert a pen in between your, teeth, both of your teeth, and in this way, your these muscles would be uplifted. So there's like a feedback loop that operates. So when we are happy, we smiles, and similarly, we can activate that loop by smiling. So that action now triggers happiness within us. So yeah, so that is one thing that you can do to just to just smile, to just bring in some lightness in that, heavy mood of yours. So yeah, so that practice just came to my mind. So maybe as this live ends, you can, just practice this. If you don't want to put a pencil or pen in your mouth, then you can just naturally smile through the corners of your mouth and imagine smiling through the corners of your eyes. Um, I actually have a smiling meditation. I did it in one of the lives. It was inspired. It was from one of the books of Thich Nhat Hanh. And if you want, I can search for it. And I can tell you the number of that live, and you can just go to that live and practice it with the guidance. Um, so I will have to check the number. So what you can do with that, I have a group on Insight Timer, a little community of my own on Insight Timer known as Wonderful Beings. So you can join that group, and in that group after the live, I will check that, and you know, you can message me in that group that you would like to know in which live I have done the smiling meditation, and I will check it for you if you want, and yeah, tell you that, and you can go through that. I'm yet in the process of releasing all the meditation, like that I have done in the previous lives on Insight Timer. So it is going to take time, and they're going to come like on intervals and everything, even if I edit. So if you want access to all those meditations, then you can, follow me to get notified whenever they start coming. The first one got approved, and it is going to come on 10th April. It is a free meditations. All of them are going to be free meditations, just available to all of you. So, yeah, you can tune into that. And until then, if you want to tune into any meditation or any live, as I said, all of this is getting video recorded. So, the videos are on my channel, which you can access through the link tree. Okay, let's see the comments. I missed some of them. Amber says, and or 88. Okay. Amber, okay, we can wrap this session. We can do one more reading. We have the time is up, but okay, for you, I can go for one more reading. Let's see. Hmm. Deirdre says, great idea. I love this, Anisha. Thank you for sharing. I love that you like that smiling idea or the pen idea. Yeah, that is really helpful when we don't feel like smiling. But you know, we can just program ourselves in that manner. Hmm. So let's see what is on page number 88, and we will wrap with that. Okay. Why I am laughing is because there is no text on page number 88. There is a beautiful, cozy little picture. So I guess the picture is for you, Amber, and for everyone. So it is like a picture of a cat just cuddling up and, you know, sitting, lying down with resting with all of these books, the cozy books, the books of wisdom. And I think there's a grape wine or something like that above it. So yeah, a cozy picture for you. Amber says, rest your voice. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was just about to say that. I'm going to apply that, you know, message of rest to myself. So yeah, a picture for you. Yeah, perfect. Leslie, yeah. Love that. Amber says, Miigwech, gratitude for your generosity of spirit. Mm. Thank you. Okay. I think that is a beautiful note to end while you are all just in feeling that, w- that vibes of rest, when you see the picture of cat. Deirdre says, you are such a blessing, Anisha. Thank you so much. The time flew. Blessings. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it was a long session, but I always feel like spending more time with you. Um, by the way, day before yesterday was our longest session, I noticed, and I was like, no, I want to stay more with you all. So yeah, you guys make the space such a joy to be in. So thank you for doing that, all of you. Today I have to like today I feel like yeah, I need the rest because my voice is just shutting down. Sunshine says sending love to you. Thank you. I love your name. Leslie says this has been the most beautiful walk. Oh, you're walking. I guess then you can relate so well with that, that came up, Thich Nhat Hanh's book. Just, maybe lying down and if there is a place like that, and yeah, just breathing in nature and smiling. So Leslie says listening to you and joining into the community. Thank you so much, Anisha. Thank you for being here, Leslie. And do check out today's recording. The meditation was inspired by you. Namaste, Donna. Thank you for being here. Deirdre says you are so generous and inspiring, Anisha. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bella says, hello everyone. Hi, Bella. It seems like you just joined. We are just ending this live, but you can check out the replay. So I will show you how you can check out the replay. I'm just going to tune out in 5 minutes, otherwise my voice will just go. Okay, so what you can do if you want to go to the replay is that the video recordings, go to the about section, scroll all the way down, and go to this link tree. You can click on this link tree and you will see Wheel of Wisdom replays there. This is the 39th session. Bella says, will do. I don't know. I don't get a notification. Oh, I don't know. Maybe Inside Timer is like working with a few things. Those notifications has changed, when a teacher used to publish a live event or um like a track or something or a course, that has shifted to this in case you didn't knew. So yeah, so it has shifted to this icon, like at the bottom of this page when you click on this and you go to my teachers. So you will see like all the tracks or the event that they publish there. And yeah, in the normal notification section that used to be here, you know, you just receive, I think, the group notification or the milestones or something like that. Um, so yeah, I think that has shifted. So maybe when a person goes live and then a notification used to come up, maybe that might have also been shifted. Inside Timer used to like uh tweak some things, uh just try new things, experiment with new things. So maybe it will come back, but that's okay. Again, as I said, this is getting recorded. Yeah, sure, Luciana. And Bella, this is also for you again. So when you go to my profile, okay, you, yeah, sorry. When you go to my profile, this would be your page. Yeah, so when you go to the about section, you can scroll all the way down. You will see a link tree there. When you click on this link tree, give it a second. Yeah. So when you click on the link tree, you will see Wheel of Wisdom replay there. So you can access that. So the video recordings are uploaded in that format, and it does take mm, yeah, as Amber says, you can access all the replays. It does take 1 hour or 1.5 hour to get uploaded, depending on the length of this live. So, in the meanwhile, I do actually like immediately after each live is over, what I do is that in my group, Wonderful Beings, let me show you that also. So, when you go to my profile on the like home page only, you scroll all the way down, 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 down. Yeah, yeah. So you will see Wonderful Beings group there, or you can even search for it in the search box. And so see when you like join the group, you will see like I have posted the summaries of each of my lives. So after each live, I post like the readings from that live within 5 or 6 minutes or so in that group, so you don't miss out on anything in case you you got missed. Let's see the comments. Amber saying hola to Bella. Mm, and that's okay, Bella. You can always have the replays. Luciana says, okay, thanks. Yeah, thank you for being here, Luciana. I'm glad that you're interested in, tuning back into whatever part of this session you missed. Bella says, yes, but I love to interact with everyone. Yeah, I know there is always the next time, Bella. So the day after tomorrow, I am going live again at the same time. So you can join them. Yeah. Okay, I like the spirit. Bella says, I won't miss the next one. Yeah. I would so look forward to you, when I now enter the live, I would be looking for your bubble, for your love bubble in this. So yeah, Leslie says wishing all peace, love, and happiness going forward. Thank you so much, Leslie, for your kind wishes. Okay, guys, so let me repeat a few things. This is getting video recorded. You can access the replay going to the about section of my profile. In the link tree, you will see the replay. Second thing is I'm going to post the summary or the readings from this in my group, Wonderful Beings. Let me type it for you here. Okay. So you can join that group and you can access the post there. Third thing is that I want to repeat for anyone who joined just now that if you are a woman who would like to experience coaching with me, who would be interested in a powerful coaching conversation, a free 1 hour coaching experience with me, then you can message me on Insight Timer. The way to message me is that if you are already, following me, then you would see three dots above this donate button. So click on the three dots. Yeah, so you will see message teacher. So you can go to message teacher and message me that you're interested in that complimentary 1 hour session. So yeah, so that's it for this live. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your presence, all these beautiful hearts, the comments, and all the wonderful and generous donations from you guys. Thank you so much. Namaste. I wish that something wonderful happens to you in the next 24 hours that brings a smile to your face. Bye bye.